But on Sunday, it was another typical John Henry race, wasn't it?
That's it. I thought I was going to outstate him coming in the straight, and then he was too hard to beat today, really, I think.
A lot of horses and a lot of riders have found that same thing out over the years, but once again, the game French filly Zalataia gave it her best, didn't she?
She is a great mare, and she's had a very hard season this year, so maybe this time she lost a bit of her zip, you know, and her finishing speed. But next year, I think you'll find her, she'll win some other good ones, I think.
Now she's in Ron McAnally's barn, and owner Alan Paulson really has picked up a good one here because Zalataia has already defeated all along a leading horse of the year candidate, and John Henry, of course.
Yes, she has. I think she's one of the best horses in the world today, I think.
Now, you've ridden her overseas, of course, haven't you, Freddie? Where?
I have, yes. I rode her in all the races last year and this year, and I like her very much.
Freddie, what is your schedule like? It's good to talk to you, as I said, and we've seen you here in Southern California more than once before. Where do you generally ride?
Well, I ride in France. That's where I'm based, you know. I'm French, and I've got a retainer there, so I ride there from the end of February to mid-December.
Over that period of time, approximately how many racetracks do you actually compete at?
Well, we have around Paris about 5 racetracks, and then in the autumn we go around France, you know, down the country to ride in those big cities, you know, where they have some meetings there, so we ride there too. I think there's about 300 racetracks in France.
And where do you rank in the jockey standings in France?
Well, I lost my title last week, so
Did you? Oh.
I suppose this isn't my week.
So you'd be about second in the standings?
Yeah, I'm second, beaten by 3.
Just 3 winners?
Yeah, just 3 winners in the last week.
How many titles have you won, though, before this?
I won 5.
Is that right? How many years have you been a rider, Freddie?
Well, it's going to be 20 years next year.
Right, you don't look nearly that old.
I'm 36.
Are you under contract to your father, is that it?
Yes, I'm on a contract with his boss, who's
see.
called Mr. Wertheimer, the man he trains for.
Over the years, who are the best horses that you've ridden, Freddie?
It's very hard to say, you know. I think I rode a very good race mare a few years ago called Pistol Packer. And 3 Troikers, of course, with whom I won the Arc. I think on that day she was perhaps the best horse I've ever ridden, I think.
Any plans to ride in the United States on a regular basis?
No, my problem is I'm too heavy. If I was 5 or 6 pounds lighter, maybe I would. That's my only regrets, I think, in life. I would have loved it then.
You certainly speak the language wonderfully.
Well, not as bad as I should.
Yeah, you fit right in, Freddie, in this jockey's room, I'm sure. It's nice to introduce you. Thanks very much.
Thanks to you.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Yesterday afternoon, Hollywood Park also offered $1 Classic at 1 3/8 miles. They're off in the Turf Cup. It's Sir Pele right from the rail going to the front. John Henry is there early. Palikaraki. There goes Prince Florimond up from the outside as they move around the far turn for the first time. Prince Florimond has the lead by 2 lengths. John Henry is then second by 1 with Palikaraki on the inside third. Zalataia is there in fourth, straightening away in the stretch. Prince Florimond is out in front by 3 lengths. Then it's John Henry following in second by 1.5 lengths. Palikaraki on the inside holds third by a neck, with Zalataia then fourth by 1.5 lengths, and Welsh Term is fifth. Sir Pele sixth, Exploded then seventh. Sang is eighth. Ginger Brink ninth. Load the Cannons, The Hague, and finally it's Majesty's Prince. Around the clubhouse turn, Prince Florimond in front by 1.25 lengths, with John Henry stalking the leader in second by 2 lengths. Then comes Zalataia third by 3/4. Palikaraki is fourth on the inside by 1. Sir Pele fifth ahead. Welsh Term is then sixth. Sang is a close-up seventh and gaining right now on the outside. There goes Sang, followed by Load the Cannons. Going to the far turn, it's John Henry in front by 3/4 length. Prince Florimond second by a head. Then the Distaffers. Sang on the far outside. Zalataia is there in fourth. 1.5 lengths back comes Palikaraki fifth with Load the Cannons in sixth. As they move on the home turn, Sang in front by a half length. John Henry is then second by 3/4 of a length, with Zalataia up on the outside third there at the head of the stretch. Sang and John Henry at the rail. Then it's a length back to Zalataia, who is charging. It's Sang in front. Zalataia rallies, and John Henry comes back on the rail. Here's John Henry and Zalataia battling stride for stride. John Henry on the inside. Zalataia, Palakaraki. John Henry is gamest of all in the Turf Cup. The winner by a neck, with Zalataia finishing second. Palakaraki was third. We're here in a conference room in the Turf Club with Sam Rubin and Ron McAnally. So great to bring them to you on our show. Mr. Rubin, it's been almost a year since we last spoke, and that was at Oak Tree. After John's third consecutive invitational victory, today's race was a patented John Henry effort, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. But I'll tell you, I think he learned something from his last race. And ensuing month since that race, I think Ron has taught him a little French, and he's spoken to the French fillies and told them once is enough. And I think they've taken notice of it, and they were really afraid to get too far away from him.
Well, there you go, Ron. Sam.